What's going on, guys? Guys here. Welcome back to another video. Now in today's video I'm going to go over the top 3 skill moves that are most effective post patch. As you're probably aware, the patch just came out recently and they're very much rightly so nerfed the bridge and the stepovers. These skill moves work for both previous generation and next generation. I don't really use skills that much, but if I'm going to use 3 skill moves, these will definitely be the top 3 skill moves that I would use, especially inside the box to beat your opponent and to easily beat your opponent. I would say also down the wing in those situations where like a 1v1 situation. And I'm going to show you how it works, how you actually do it in game, should I say. I've got the controller on the screen, and then I'll show you, for example, how to actually do an arena and the reasons behind it, and I'll go through some examples. So let's go straight into this video. The first one I wanted to go over is the croqueta. Now, croqueta is one of my favorite skill moves. Iniesta skill move, otherwise known as switching lanes. I don't use it because I don't like using skill moves, personally speaking, but it's still probably I would say top 3 effective skill moves right now. You do need a 4-star skill. That's probably the only downside. It's very, very easy to do. You hold the L1 button and you move the right analog stick and you hold E to the left or to the right. And don't forget, because we're doing this in the arena, don't forget it's very much depending on which way you're facing. So if you're playing a normal game, normally you'll be, the goals would be, for example, like here and over here. So if you want to do like a croqueta, you hold the right analog stick up and down if you move from left to right. So let's say, for example, moving left to right, like over here, like in a real game, and it's the exact same thing. So here, left to right, like croqueta down, like croqueta up. It's very, very effective. There's 2 exit points from the direction you're facing. There's either to the left or to the right. The benefit of this is compared to most other skill moves, you actually move into the space. So your animation is kind of like this, and you kind of go into the space depending on which direction you go into. So if your opponent's over here, you can almost la croqueta around them. Now, I don't advocate la croqueting glitching into them. I'm talking about going around them. So if you're, for example, down the wing over here and you're running inside the box and your opponent's coming towards you, use la croqueta to go past, or even to make a pass, or let's say you want to create an angle towards goal. It's really good, especially if you've got someone who's got a 5-star weak foot, someone like Neymar, who's very, very effective because Neymar's got a 5-star weak foot. So when you get into this region over here, if you use la croqueta, you can just shoot straight after, for example, on their strong foot. So it's very, very easy to do. I normally use this inside the box. You can, of course, combine this with a fake shot stop la croqueta. This is a good way to trick your opponent. Like, let's say you're running, for example, down the wing over here, and then you do the fake shot, and then you do la croqueta straight after. Now, why that's effective is if you're running, then you do a fake shot stop over here, and let's say, for example, your opponent also stands still, the animation is what beats him. So if you think about it, if you're, for example, running at full speed, let's say your opponent is mirroring you, if, for example, you do a fake shot stop, he will stop, and then you do la croqueta straight after, and it normally takes him every single time. It can be used inside the box, outside the box, or down the wing. But that is a la croqueta. Don't forget, it is a 4-star skill move. And don't forget, when you're doing skill moves, please do not use the run button. You cannot use the run button when using these skill moves. So remember, hold the L1 or the LB button if you're on Xbox, and move the right analog stick either to the left or to the right, like so. Make sure you just hold it in place and the animation should be very much good to go. Now, the second most effective skill move in this game, and probably the most effective skill move in any FIFA, is the fake shot. A very, very effective, versatile skill move. I use it personally to beat the goalkeeper. I use it to create the angles inside the box. I would say 95% of my goals all come from somewhat of a fake shot. It will derive some type of animation from a fake shot, where that's to create the space. Because if you're inside the box, let's say you have the ball with Neymar over here, you want to basically move into a space, right? So the best way of doing that is by using a fake shot. The reason why it excels is because you can actually do a fake shot into a direction, or scoop turn, which is the 5-star variation. The normal fake shot, you don't need to have any skill moves, but the reason why it's so effective, you kind of get that speed boost and you protect the ball. So it's very good for beating the goalkeeper, or let's say you want to beat someone who's running towards you, especially inside the box. The first time fake shot is the holy grail, and I'll be honest, it's probably the most effective thing that I use inside the box, because if you do a first time fake shot, you're basically registering the animation before your opponent can even select a defender. And if you're on my Patreon, I got a complete 6-part series on how to do the first time fake shot extremely well. I'll break it down to you. Got you some training methods as well. If you want to check out my Patreon, patreon.com/NoGuide. The links is down below in the description. But I got a 6-part skill move. It's probably the most important skill move you need to learn, and probably the most important, I would say, in any FIFA. The most important thing above everything is complete 360 exit, so you can exit anywhere you want. And that's probably the biggest thing with it. You know, you can choose to exit backwards, forwards, left and right. The 45-degree angles are the best. If you got a 5-star, someone's got a 5-star skill moves, you can do the scoop turn if you move out a 45-degree angle. Otherwise, you'll get the regular fake shot animation. You of course have the running fake shot as well, but I would just say just stick with it because they've nerfed that a little bit. I would just say just stick with the normal jogging fake shot. How do you do it? Well, there's two ways. You can either press the circle and X, which is if you're on, well, it depends what console you're on. It's circle and X or square and X. It's either the cross button and the pass or the shoot button and the pass. It's up to you the way you do it. I prefer to use this method just because your thumb naturally lies, if my tip of your thumb lies on a square, as opposed to circle and X is a bit more, I suppose you can say, not really that, what's probably the correct terminology for this? Not really that ergonomic, should I say, if that's the correct word. You know, it's not good to use your finger in that situation on the controller. It's hard to press, whereas this one is much easier, so I would recommend that one. And it's very easy. All you want to do is you want to press the shoot button or the cross followed by the X very quickly, and you get this animation in, and you hold the left analog stick to exit. So like something like this, goalkeeper comes towards me, fake shot around the goalkeeper. An example over here, let's say you're running, for example, like here, you do a very simple fake shot to create the angle or move the ball away from the goalkeeper. So you get that little speed boost as well. And of course you have the scoop turn as well, the scoop turn. But this is very good to get the ball inside the box. Again, with a 5-star skill move, use the first time fake shot to open your body up to make a maneuver with your left analog stick. Or you can do a simple first time fake shot, do a fake shot, and then shoot the ball straight away. It's also very effective. Really good to use inside the box. I would say especially in a final third. This is a skill move of my choice, really, for creating angles, beating players, and even then the best thing of all is anyone can do it on the pitch. So you can even use it in midfield to create an angle towards goal, or you can use it in midfield just to create a passing option, just to beat a player in a 1v1 situation before you make a killer through ball to your final man. Now the final one I wanted to go over, it's not really a skill move, but it's very much underlooked, and it's the agile dribbling into a run sprint exit. You have to make sure you have contextual agile dribbling turned off. It's always best to control agile dribbling yourself with the R1 or the RB button if you're on Xbox, because sometimes in a game you want to use simple left stick movement. You don't always want to use agile dribbling where you take these small minute touches. So that's why I'd say definitely have contextual agile dribbling off. The reason why you want it off though, more importantly, is when you get inside the box, you want to use agile dribbling, and then you want to sprint run into an exit into a direction. And the reason why this is effective is it catches your opponent off guard. If you're normally dribbling inside the box and then you suddenly use the agile dribbling and you use the run button, you basically create this thing where your opponent gets baited in. He catches the bait, they get hooked, and then you just run past them. It's very effective, especially down the wing. Of course you can exit anyway, so the way you do agile dribbling is you hold the RB button, and when this is pressed or engaged, this means that you're now initiating agile dribbling. You let go of it, there's no agile dribbling. So agile dribbling, to turn it on, you hold the RB button and you move the left analog. So as you can see, my player's making these very cute small minute movement touches, and as you can see, it's very good to keep the ball next to your feet. So the way you do it is you can move however you want, and then all you gotta do is you just hold the run button after. You see that? And you see that movement, so like here, then you can just hold the run button after and you get that kind of sprint boost. I wouldn't say it's good to beat the goalkeeper, it's more to beat humans, especially when a player is manually controlling it, because if you have someone with a 5-star weak foot, again, you can basically use the run exit to go into a space or burst into space. You can see in this example over here, I use it to burst through. And what I would say is just do bear in mind, it's all about timing. One thing I would say is this does take practice, but once you use it, it's very good, because you kind of kill two birds with one stone. Number one, you learn how to dribble with the agile dribbling button, but then you get used to using the run exit or the sprint boost, and you can really easily break into gaps. So it will take you some time in the beginning. Just be patient with it. I'll say just go into a game and practice it. Don't use this in midfield though, because it's like a 50-50 chance. You can break through very easy, but if you use it in midfield, you could lose the ball. So only use it if you want to, for example, once you get better, you can use it to sprint boost past the goalkeeper. Otherwise, it's very effective to use inside the box against the final defender. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. This is the top 3 skill moves that I'm using. In all honesty, I don't really use skill moves that much. You might watch my gameplay. I just use a fake shot. I don't really use agile dribbling or the croqueta, because for my play style, I play very I would say just archaic FIFA, kind of pass and go. So for me, I don't like using these skill moves because I don't like abusing the mechanics of the game. But they are very, very effective. There's nothing wrong with using them. They're not breaking the game in any way whatsoever. They're just overly effective. It's just not part of my playstyle. I would say though, focus on the fake shot the most, because probably is the most universal skill move, and it will probably never get nerfed, or if it does, the animation won't get nerfed, or be more of just a transition speed, or maybe the way it does work glitches past your opponent. Anyway guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. If you did like this video, of course, don't forget to leave a comment down below what kind of videos you want to see in the future, and don't forget to subscribe as well if you want to see more content like this as well. I do stream on twitch.tv/NoGuys, link is down below in the description as well. Thanks for watching boys, take it easy, and I'll catch you next time. Peace out.